Hey, this is eBay user R Babros. This video is for Auto Parts Zone 2008 eBay user. I purchased this Vz21 Turbo from eBay via Auto Parts Zone 2008 months ago. Just recently got a chance to install it on the motorcycle. It's going on a Honda 250cc 4-stroke motorcycle. And having some oiling issues. The oil goes in but doesn't come out of the actual outlet there. Barely comes out, I would say. Just a very light dribble of oil coming out of the outlet, which the oil gets in because it spits out of the exhaust once the bike is started, but it just can't make its way out. So I want to start with this this pump I got here in my hand. This is an Ecotron's 10 psi electric pump. It's made to be paired specifically with the Vz21 Turbo. They sell them in pairs on their website. I've contacted them and asked them some questions. They can't seem to give me an answer as to why the turbo wouldn't be flowing oil either. But I've got here in front of me, I've got a voltage power supply. I'm going to be supplying it with about 12 volts, just so you guys can see the operation of the pump, that it does work and it does flow very well. So turn that on now. As you can see, oil is flowing very well. I'll keep that hose in there for you. So it is flowing really well. No problems with the pump at all. So we'll move on from there. Okay, in this test, I'm going to leave the actual outlet fitting off, so there's no restriction at all. And I've run it like this before. Didn't get hardly any oil came out. And on this side, this is an 8mm thread, which is the factory thread for the actual turbo. 5/16 fitting. So I'm going to hook that up, and we're going to give that a go. Okay, you can see that is the correct direction of flow as stamped on the pump. We got a 3/8 hose with a 3/8 to 5/16 reducer. It's just the way it had to work. Down here, hose clamped to the fitting I just talked about. Alright, coming through here, the outlet there, the pickup hose down inside of the oil. So if the oil pump does work, if the oil were to flow through correctly, it would be coming out of here in a pretty significant volume. So let's give that a go. Okay, we're going to turn it on now. Alright, so the pump's been running for right about 5 seconds now. And we've got barely any oil coming out. Just the slightest amount of oil. Alright, and now we're going to turn this thing up on its back here. And even with the 10 psi, you just see how long it takes for that oil to make its way out. It just doesn't seem like it's flowing properly. I think for a turbo, there should be a decent amount of oil coming in and a decent amount of oil coming out. Now, you may think this is a decent amount of flow here. This is 10 psi. if I were to have this on my motorcycle, which I have, and start it out, oil immediately starts spewing out of the exhaust at an excessive rate. Like, I will not run the motorcycle with it running that way. So I don't know what we need to do, but I cannot use this turbo. As you can see, there's really nothing even coming out of this. I can turn it this way, I turn it like that, no kinks in the hose whatsoever. There's just barely, there's nothing coming out now, so it gives you any idea. There's no visible blockages on the inside or on the inlet. We don't have a problem with the oil getting in because it does make its way out of the exhaust once the bike starts. But the stator and the battery is going to put out anywhere between 12.5 to 15 volts when the bike is running, and that's at 14.9 now, and there's really nothing coming out, and the oil is making 10 psi, the oil pump, so I don't know where we need to go from here, but there you go. There's the video you guys asked for. Just let me know what you think. We'll go from there.